Welcome to Her Take, where real conversation happens.
Can we just take a step back and ask a broader question? I'm actually with Trump on this. It's one of the reasons why I left the Democratic Party.
Let's talk about the mistake, though. Lindy, let's talk about the mistake for a second, okay?
Intersex, pansexual, true spirit. What the heck is a true spirit?
Give it to me in English and then dumb it down to 6th grade level.
I wake up in the morning and I have no spirit, so I'm kind of like, are they really marginalized?
Can I have two?
Like, jeez. You've got real conversations that happen here. Different voices collide, clash, and sometimes even connect.
The vanguard will be there, sir.
But Gavin, if you're ready, it's time for me to give you a round of applause. It's time for me to give you your flowers. You have long been calling that Anna Kasparian would leave the Young Turks if she got offered another job, was able to land another gig. I poured cold water on. I said, who wants her? I said, she's past her prime. She's no good. She's a washed up Karen. And I just had a little birdie send us this message right here.
Anna's leaving?
I don't know if she's leaving the Young Turks, but Lindy Li is excited to announce the first episode of Her Take drops at 11 a.m. tomorrow. In the debut episode, Jillian Michaels, Anna Kasparian, and Amy Dangerfield and I debate immigration, trans, and woke insanity. This is the conservative answer to The View. So I might have actually put the cart before the horse. I don't know if Anna's going to be permanently on this show.
Her Take.
Do you want to react to this?
Why does this look like it's from 2004? What the fuck?
Yeah, it looks like dog shit.
With the set, the video quality, the graphic design. I look like I'm looking at something from 2004. And yes, this is the big head lady, as someone in chat said. This is the lady whose head is like 6 times larger than the rest of her body. It's crazy. But yes, she's a total grifter. She once was like a DNC operative, and now she left the left because of the crazy trends or something. Either way, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this actually becomes successful enough that Anna joins it full time and does leave the Young Turks. But I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, if this becomes at all successful, which honestly, who knows if it will.
Yeah, Lindy Li first came across my purview because she was talking about how birth control made her like a liberal and like took away like her full control of her emotions and her mind. And I was like, lady, that's just an adverse react to hormones. Go talk to your doctor about this. Don't become a conservative. But anyway, we can play this clip here because if Her Take takes off, it could spell the end of the Young Turks as we know it.
Take, where real conversation happens.
Can we just take a step back and ask a broader question? I'm actually with Trump on this. It's one of the reasons why I left the Democratic Party.
Let's talk about the mistake, though. Lindy, let's talk about the mistake for a second, okay? He had a legitimate asylum claim.
Intersex, pansexual, true spirit. What the heck is a true spirit?
Give it to me in English and then dumb it down to 6th grade level.
I wake up in the morning and I have no spirit, so I'm kind of like,
Wow, trashing Native American culture. Love that from Anna.
are they really marginalized?
Can I have two?
Like, jeez.
I will be
Are they really marginalized? Hey, Gavin, are indigenous people really marginalized in America? Wow. I have 2 spirits, one in the morning and one in the night.
the first one to say that birth control destroyed my life.
The goal
I knew
is
she
to
was gonna bring
create
that up.
lifelong
That's her
medical
whole thing
patients
now.
because that is passive residual income for them every week, every month till the end of that person's life.
You've got real conversations.
You guys should be making babies, damn it.
Yeah, this is so fucking like, it looks like I'm watching like a parody of something, like those like Tim Heidecker, like when he does a parody of Rogan or Bill Maher or something. I feel like I'm watching that, but for The View or something. But it's so like the set, even this thing in the background, the fern, it kind of reminds me of Zac Galifianakis Between Two Ferns from back in the day. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? And as I said, it looks like it was filmed 20 years ago and someone just dug it up out of a time capsule in their backyard and it's like, hey, check this out. Like, why does it look like this?
Yeah, I can't believe that this is real. Oh my gosh. And I can't believe that they got Anna Kasparian to agree with it.
that happen here. Different voices collide, clash, and
the worst thing
sometimes
too is that Anna's actually going to come out of this looking like the only one who has any fucking brain cells, because compared to these totally brain dead morons, yeah, she actually is going to end up being the only one to make any decent points. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah, dude. And, I think also it kind of goes to your point that, she was clearly looking to leave the Young Turks. She's clearly looking to branch out. And if she is able to be the smartest one in the room in a way that always validates the underlying, conservative POV without challenging it too much, I think that I think that she'll have a home there as the I used to be a liberal lady, Jillian Michaels. I used to be a liberal. Jillian Michaels was actually just recently on the Joe Rogan Experience yesterday.
Oh, God.
So they must be giving this a little bit of a push of some kind.
All these grifters that are like desperate for relevance again. Let's can we throw this back up on screen, Zach?
Yeah.
And like, can we look at the actual announcement? Do you know what this is? Is this like part of some larger network? Is it part of a parent company, or is it just an Valuetainment, bro? This is a fucking PVD product. Holy shit!
I am not surprised, bro. Let me tell you about this, Gavin. There's an opportunity here. Listen, we have a lot of success, but it's all for men, you know. And what about our wives? What about our young daughters? They can't be growing up with all these Teen Vogue transgenders, whatnot. We gotta do something for our young ladies. We gotta do something, and we want strong role models. You know, say don't take birth control. Save yourself for marriage. Okay, raise a family. Be a good girl. Smile for your daddy.
Why does none of the content, or at least to be fair, we've only seen a tiny little clip. Is the full episode out?
It's
upcoming.
Oh, wait. Oh, dude, we're gonna react to this. We're gonna react.
Tomorrow's
to this.
show's gonna be fire. But based on that one clip, it looked way shittier than any of the actual PBD productions. Like, not that I agree with Patrick Bet-David at all, but his show is well produced. It has a nice aesthetic, a good set. It looks professional. From what we saw, this looks like dog shit. So that's pretty funny. What did they give him? Like the little side room on the corridor offset? Like, oh, you guys get the extra, you know, bathroom that we had to tear out the sink and put in a desk to make room for this fucking shitty show. Like, this is crazy. But wow, Valuetainment.
Yeah, here it says,
expanding the brand.
Finally, a panel of women worth listening to. Rest in peace to The View. Can't wait to watch the first episode. This is actually Anna's burner account. This is her friend Larry from next door. Finally, some strong-minded women. I've liked Anna on Piers Morgan's show. Jillian and Lindy have also been great hearing from. Amy will be new to me, but can't wait to watch.
Finally, some strong-minded women. Like, most women in media are pretty strong-minded. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a commentator, yeah, you probably have your opinions, but either way, this is insanely hilarious, bro. This is insanely hilarious. I knew that Anna, you know, her and Cenk have both kind of been worming their way into the Valuetainment circle for a while now. I remember, you know, them kind of joking around, making references to the fact that they actually were friends IRL. So yeah, I'm not surprised. What I will be really interested in, though, is that, like, I just don't think ultimately anyone's going to watch this fucking thing, bro. That's the thing. Like, there is no central personality in the way, like, Patrick Bet-David is the guy that people tune into Valuetainment or PBD or whatever to watch for the most part.
And he has a good cast. That Vinny guy is good cast character.
They're good supporting characters. I just don't think anyone would watch the show if it was just that guy. Like, you know, Vinny's the main person, right? And when it comes to this, I feel like none of these women is a strong or dominant enough brand or personality for it to attract much of a audience beyond the like initial run of episodes. Like, I'm struggling to, you know, episode 15, are people still going to be watching after the excitement is worn off? Because no one really watches Jillian Michaels' show on YouTube unless she has some bombshell interview with Anna or something. Like, no one just watches her content. Same with most of these people. They only really get any actual play if they're on something like Piers Morgan, right? So, you know, we'll have to see. But I don't think that any of these people, Anna included, are compelling enough. Anna's not getting any views herself on TYT.
No, I don't think so at all. And to be honest, Gavin, to kind of further your point that there's not the demand for this, nobody in the news picked this up. Her take, Valuetainment, there's not a single news article about it.
Give it some time. I'm sure all the journalists are working hard right now writing their pieces.
Yeah, but typically if you have a high profile, if you're going to launch a show, you'll go ahead and let news outlets know. You'll make connections. You'll do some sort of a promotional tour for it. They just tweeted it out to little fanfare. They've got 1,000 subscribers that they're going to be working with for the first episode. Potentially, PBD is going to stick his neck out there and really try and give it a push. But from what I'm seeing right here, nobody is talking about this. And it seems like they're kind of half-assing it. And I think you're right that it's doomed to fail. However, if it does succeed, it will give us so much material to react to and dunk on over the coming months.
Oh, even if it does, I mean, succeed or fail, it's going to give us a lot of content to react to.
I mean, if they get, I guess they're going to do a full season no matter what.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, we're going to be, thank God, that's going to give us a lot to talk about in the coming weeks. I'm sure they are, Griffin. You can be their new producer. It looks like they need one, honestly, because whoever the fuck is producing the show right now is not they're not sending their best. But yeah, that's embarrassing, bro. This is so much more embarrassing than what I actually expected Anna to do, which at this point was just to start her own thing, her own brand, kind of an extension of the Unaligned Substack, bringing that onto YouTube as like a solo personality with a solo show, and like a little bit of production value behind it. This, just like, oh, I'm hanging out with 3 of the worst people you've ever seen and whose opinions you couldn't care less about, but now you're gonna have to hear them anyway.
Do you think it's intentional that they're going back to the old news show, the old webcast kind of style? Because you're right that it does look very 2008. It kind of reminds me of like very early RT would look like, you know what I mean? Like back in the like early days before they had the big production value. I don't know. It just seems like that kind of thing that would have existed when I was on the internet in 5th grade and not so much now.
Oh, 100%. Can we actually put that up on screen one more time and just watch it one more time?
Oh yeah, dude, 100%.
So funny.
We can just take it.
We got so excited, but I'm like, holy fuck.
I know. I couldn't believe it. I fucked up the end of our segment too. I was
It's
like,
okay.
we have
Welcome to Her Take, where real conversation happens.
Let me just take a step back and ask a broader question. I'm actually with Trump on this. It's one of the reasons why I left the Democratic Party.
Let's talk about the mistake, though, Lindy. Let's talk about the mistake for a second, okay? He had a legitimate asylum claim.
Intersex, pansexual, true spirit. What the heck is a true spirit?
Give it to me in English and then dumb it down to 6th grade level.
I wake up in the morning and I have
That's the most honest thing she said in a while.
no spirit, so I'm
Can I borrow one? Jeez.
I will be the first one to say that birth control destroyed my life.
The goal is to create lifelong medical patients because that is passive residual income for them every week, every month till the end of that person's life.
You've got real conversations that happen here. Different voices collide, clash, and sometimes even connect. There are no scripts, no echo chambers, and just smart and spirited debates. Ladies, are you ready to jump in?
Let's do
Ready?
it.
This like totally inauthentic presentation of people. The contrived view is a great way of putting it. And people have no patience for that anymore. People are not interested in watching that super fake 2002 style, like, you know, TLC television.
Yeah. I mean, unless the personalities really do have their own respective audiences, right? And then you can kind of unite into like a super group or whatever. Like that is possible. I just don't think any of these ladies have enough of an independent following. I don't think any of them have enough of an independent brand to make this like, you know, band work out. Like I just don't think people are going to give a fuck. It's not, none of these people do you want to hear for this long? Like it's one thing if one of them pops up on Piers Morgan and you kind of have to, oh, I guess I'll have to hear from like Lindy Li or whatever, but I'm not going to tune into this lady's show and listen to her talk about how birth control destroyed her life for fucking 2 hours. Like, what are you, Jimmy Dore, but with birth control instead of vaccines? That's your whole brand, is talking about how birth control destroyed your life. Okay. Like, that's not fucking interesting.
Wow. You know what? Typical male POV, everyone. Gross. Okay, this is the girls' corner. Okay, this is where the trad wives congregate. Okay, if you're a wifey and you're proud to be one, this is where you need to get your nose from. Okay, and you know, my boss Patrick, okay, he's a traditional guy, and we're gonna bring traditional values back. Okay, with Valuetainment.
Yeah. And by the way, if you look at her Unaligned Substack,
Did
basically
she promote this?
No, I haven't seen that yet. But I was looking at it this morning, and basically, like, all she talks about on her stupid Substack is what a victim she is. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, the bulk of her content is just like
Back off,
having
though,
conversations
is
about
Jason
how she's the victim of the online mob. Like, this is literally an hour and a half long conversation. Almost all of, and I don't even know who this guy is. He seems perfectly chill. I don't really know, but Jason Miles comes on. And she just turns the whole conversation into, can you believe what a victim I am? And can you believe it, as soon as I started to speak out about, you know, my honest opinions, this group of people dogpiled me and tried to cancel me and said I was grifting. Can you believe it? Can you believe they said I was grifting? I've lost money. I've lost relevance. Can you believe it? Even though I said that about Dave Rubin, I can't believe anyone would say it about me. That's what her whole fucking shtick is, bro. It's like, no one cares about this. Who's watching this? It doesn't, you know, unfortunately, we can't see a view count on Substack.
37 favorites.
But 37 favorites, 8 comments. That means, like, what, 200 people fucking watch this? Like, no one wants. That's the big issue. It's like Anna could have pulled off this pivot more but it's like instead of actually just pivoting, she just pivoted into like narcissism. It's like that's not a brand that anyone's going to want to check up on daily on, right? Like, oh, time to hear Anna bitch about herself again. Like, no, it's a weird, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why she makes a perfect conservative, Gavin. She's got a lot of personal grievances that inform her politics.
Yeah, amazing news though. I'm so glad we had the chance to react to that live. I'm sure we'll be reacting to it more in the future. When that first episode drops tomorrow, we can honestly spend some time on the stream tomorrow, taking it in.
Oh yeah, we have so much to get through tomorrow.
Look out the door if you hear an ambulance. The Vanguard will be there, sir. The Vanguard will be there, sir. The Vanguard will be there, sir. The Vanguard will be there. Be there.